Hello everyone, it's your favorite English teacher, Madame Udozo Cynthia, bringing English right to your doorstep. In today's video, I will be very quick. And if English is your second language, please gather here. I'm here for you. In today's video, I'll be handling two confusing words in English language. And what are they? Loose and lose. And I'm going to be looking at their differences at the level of pronunciation, at the level of grammar, and at the level of usage. So, we're going to start with the pronunciation. Let's see, how are these words being pronounced? What are their differences? We're going to see. So that when you pronounce them, you will know that, oh, I'm supposed to say this or I'm supposed to say that. Okay, when we talk about loose, these are the sounds that make up loose. We have the oo, the s. Therefore, when pronouncing the word L-O-O-S-E at the level of pronunciation, you say loose, meaning that towards the end of the pronunciation, the vocal cords won't vibrate. There is no vibration of the vocal cords when pronouncing. I mean, towards the end, the vocal cords won't vibrate because it is just s. And when pronouncing the word lose, the vocal cords must vibrate towards the end because the sound is l, oo, z. When you say z, you can feel the vibration of the vocal cords. That is the difference in pronunciation. This is loose. And towards the end here, the vocal cords vibrate, loose. But the middle, we have the long oo. Beautiful. Okay, we've trashed this. Now we go towards the grammar level. At the level of grammar, we look at these words. This is an adjective as well as a verb, meaning you can use it as an adjective, you can also use it as a verb. Sometimes it could be used as a noun, but it's a rare occurrence. So I don't want to go into that. It's rarely used as a noun. Okay, and this other one is lose. That is, if this is a verb, it simply means that we could have the past tense, lost, and the past participle, also lost. It's just to help you get the differences. Because over the years, I've seen students, they cancel, they write OO, they cancel, they think it's OL. Oh, by the time you go through your book, it's so dirty because you're trying to figure out which one am I supposed to use here? Which one is correct to be used? And that's why you've been canceling. I'm here for you. So, if you're learning English, especially as a second language, I am here for you. Just gather here and get the difference. So at the level of grammar, this can be used as an adjective and this can be used as a verb. And at the level of grammar, lose can only be used as a verb. Okay, let's see. How can it be used? But before we see how it can be used, let's get the meaning. Getting the meaning will tell you how to use them. Okay, when we say something is loose, if you look at me, you'll see that I came prepared with my big gown. Woo! Woo! What does that mean? Loose. When you say loose, it means that it is not firmly fixed. It is not tight. Therefore, we can say that the opposite of loose is tight. Opposite. So when something is not firmly held or fixed, it is loose. That is the meaning of loose. Okay. It also means not being strict. When you're not strict, it simply means that you are loose. I guess everybody out there, you've gotten this. And when we come to this one, is the absence of winning. When you fail to win, you lose, meaning the opposite of lose could be win. It can also be when you've lost the possession of what is supposed to be in your custody. That could also mean lose. And the opposite of lose is find. So, we can give examples right now. During the match yesterday, we were praying, Nigeria should not lose the match. Nigeria should not lose the match. Nigeria should not lose the match. Meaning, we want them to win. But finally, they failed. It's not my fault, actually. It's not my fault. And I have nothing to do about it. So we can say, Japan did not lose the match. Japan did not lose Lose the match. That means that they won. Yes, that was what happened. So when we want to talk about lose, we mean that that thing is not strict. We mean that it is not firm. We mean that it is free. Like Madame Cynthia wore a free, if you don't want to say free, Madame Cynthia wore a loose gown today. Do you get it? The security in Nigeria is loose. It's not tight. It's not firm. That is this. Is that understood? Okay. And for us to prove ourselves beyond every reasonable doubt that we've gotten this, we're going to look at these exercises. This will help you tell yourself whether you've learned it or not. You know, I can't leave you without them. That will teach you more as you do them. Okay? Before I go there, let's talk about the verb. I have said, Cynthia wore a loose gown. That's an adjective. Used as an adjective. What about using it as a verb? Let's try to use it as a verb. Jesus once said, lose him and let him go. That is it. Lose him, lose him. Now, it could be a command, an order. Lose him now. I can also go ahead to use it as a verb by drawing something, even though I'm not good at drawing. I'm not a good artist, but you understand what I'm doing. Let's assume this is a bird. I know I've drawn something to explain what I'm talking about. Okay, and there's a rope holding it here, tied to a stick or a tree, whichever be the case, or a flower, tied, and you're holding this bird, and somebody say, lose it, lose it. Lose, this one, it has been used as a verb. When talking about a verb, remember that a verb is an action word or a doing word. Don't forget that lose can be used as adjective as well as a verb, while lose has only one word class. Don't forget when I taught you word class, verb. If you've not watched that video, please go back and get the video. And when you release this from this very rope, we say you have loosened it. When you add N here, that's loosen. So if somebody orders you and say, loose the bird, that is a verb, an action. What has he asked you to do? Loose the bird. But it's not the same when talking about lose. This is when you've lost custody of something that belongs to you. When you can't find it, then we say you lose. Or when you fail to win, that is lose. Now, to prove to me that you've understood the lesson, we're going to use lose and lose to fill in the very blanks here. And number one, I say she will dash her job because she is morally loose. Sorry. No problem. So you tell me whether to say lose, lose, or lose and loose. The same thing happens to the rest of them. I guess you're able to see them from wherever you're watching me from. Number two, the dash nature of our moral principles nowadays has made youths to dash focus. Made the youths, let's put an article to describe them, lose focus. Okay, if I dash the game, that means I was dashed with my strategies. You must not dash focus when driving, even though the rules are dash. Get dash of me before I dash it. The baby has a dash bowel movement. Bravo! I expect you to smash them all. But even if you don't, no problem. We'll still go through it again during the next episode, and I'll give you feedback on this. Please don't watch alone. If you know you are really gaining a lot from me, why not share my videos, subscribe? Tell others about this channel. By so doing, you're encouraging me. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Stay out of trouble.